Hey, what's going on YouTube? BD Kane 721 coming to you today from the home base here on Sunday the 17th of September. Hope everybody's having a good weekend, watching some NFL football today. Something really big happened to my collection yesterday and I wanted to share it with all of you. I don't get a chance to make this type of video that often, and when I do, I tend to talk a little bit more about it. So please bear with me. This will be a longer video than normal. I get to finally cross off one more set in my adventure of collecting Topps Chrome numbered refractor sets over the last 12 years. This is my 13th year doing it. And this one happens to be the oldest set that I've been waiting to finish off. And that would be 2011 Topps Chrome Blue. For any of you that have been with me for quite a while know that 2011 is when I first started doing this. I got back into the hobby in 2010, but I really didn't start collecting heavily until 2011 and made the decision to start collecting sets like I did as a youth. So started the adventure then and completed my first set many years ago, which was the Topps Chrome Sepia of 2011. As you can see here from card number 2 in the set, Chipper Jones. And then the next set that I finished was the Topps Chrome Atomic from 2011, which I have highlighted here recently, mainly because a good friend of my channel, Shane over at Shoebox Legends, has also completed this set. So he and I are set brothers when it comes to 2011 Topps Chrome Atomic. And then lastly, the third set that I've completed is the Black Parallel. And the interesting thing about the Black Parallel is that there's only 110 cards in that set. This was the first year the Topps Chrome made the Black Parallel, or the numbered Black Parallel, and it was numbered to 100. But they only made half the set, so I was able to get that done many years ago. But for years I've been trying to track down the last card in the 2011 Topps Chrome Blue set, which I have here in the background. All 220 cards except for one right now, which I'm going to show you here in a second. All of them are represented there in the back. I don't have them in a binder. I've been keeping all of my sets in top loaders till now, and I'm going to slowly maybe change that into binders in the near future, but that will come in later videos. So the card that came in over the weekend or yesterday was a card that has taken me a long time to find. I have not seen too many of them available on eBay for a lot of good reasons, I think. And that would be the Aroldis Chapman rookie card, 2011 Topps Chrome Blue. These are numbered to 299, so you can imagine how difficult it is to find these. And this is card number 68 in the set. So this is officially the last card that I needed. But the interesting story about this card that I don't know that many of you know, and you probably don't unless you know the 2011 Topps Chrome set really well. When the checklist first came out in 2011 on this particular set, card number 68 in the set was actually slotted for Bobby Abreu. And that's a name I think every baseball fan knows. Bobby Abreu is a great hitter, played I think mostly for the Phillies, had some great years in the big leagues. And so for like a year, I was chasing the Bobby Abreu parallels. Come to find out about a year later that Topps never made that card. And I won't go into the details about how I found that out, but I did find it out through Topps. And because I never saw any of his cards, and I was wondering why is that. So found out that it was actually Aroldis Chapman. So I started looking for his card and was able to find it in these other sets, but I could never find it in the blue. So really excited to get that into the set, to complete it. I want to just roll through all the cards so that you guys don't think I'm actually lying that I have all the cards. Because a lot of you are just starting to watch my videos recently in the recent years. So I'm just going to roll through them really quickly so you can see them all and maybe talk about some of them. 2011 is not really looked at as a fantastic set related to rookies or value. It's got some great players in it for certain. You know, here's a Buster Posey, which I think is his second year. You know, a late playing year. Chipper Jones. It's got, in card number 7, it's got the Mickey Mantle card, which is a really neat thing that they did in 2011. They inserted Mickey Mantle as card number 7 in the set. I don't know that they've done that ever again since 2011. Maybe one of you guys can tell me if that has happened again. But there's not many. Here's David Ortiz. Not many great rookie cards in this set. Probably the biggest rookie card in this set is Freddie Freeman. As his career is turning out to be something really, really fantastic, most likely Hall of Fame career. There's Joey Votto. There's a Derek Jeter card. So have a nice, solid veteran in the set. The design is pretty simple. I think it has gained some popularity over the years as far as being a very classic design. The blue obviously pops really well. Here's Miguel Cabrera, Hall of Famer. Yadier Molina, Hall of Famer. I'm just saying they're Hall of Famer and that they're not there yet, but they're definitely going to get in. Chase Utley, who I believe should be in the Hall. So if you're into the fancy, here's Mariano Rivera. If you're into the fancy looking cards with all the different colors and designs popping all over the place, this is probably not the set for you. There's Ryan Howard. But it definitely does look good as far as I'm concerned. Ichiro, CC Sabathia. Took me, as obviously the years would tell you, it took me 12 years to complete the set. I will say that I haven't been looking for that Chapman eagerly in the last few years. I've been focusing on everything else that's been going on in the hobby, or in my collection, of course. But I came across a listing on eBay that had Aroldis Chapman's rookie cards, 3 of them. I think one was a gold, one might have even been like an orange, and then the other one was the blue. I came across that listing years ago, actually, a couple years ago. Put it on my favorites. Here's Joe Mauer. And Jorge Posada. Here's Mike Stanton, which I believe is the second year of Mike Stanton when he was called Mike Stanton. Now he's Giancarlo. Todd Helton. Solid. What's up, Ken's Cardboard? So anyway, I reached out to the seller of that ad and asked him if he would be willing to break it up. I didn't tell him why, because I didn't want him to use that as a way of negotiating. There's A-Rod. And he got back to me the first time he got back to me and said he didn't want to break it up. So I just said, well, if you decide to do that, let me know. It's King Felix. And so Clayton Kershaw. So just about 2 weeks ago or so, I reached out to him again, just for the heck of it. And lo and behold, this time he decided he wanted to do that. Justin Verlander, he wanted to break it up. But he said it had to be for the right price. Strasburg's second year, just retired, I think. So I had to give him a pretty strong price, which I did. Probably a little higher than what I should have paid for it. But you know what? To complete a set, sometimes you just have to do that. A lot of great, solid players in this set. A lot of guys that, if you have been watching baseball for the last decade or longer, you will recognize their names. Mark Teixeira, Lance Berkman, for example. Those are 2 solid players. Johnny Damon. A lot of history in these guys' careers. There's Pujols. But if you were to stack this set up against other sets in the 2010 era, you know, the 10 years in the 2010 era, it would probably not come in very high. There's Dustin Pedroia. And one of the thing about these early sets of Topps Chrome when they were doing a lot of rookie cards, they would put them all together. So starting with Eric Hosmer, card number 170, you'll start seeing all the rookie cards. So Eric Hosmer's in here. Solid career. Was a Padre for a while. Definitely fan favorite here, but, you know, not a Hall of Famer. Here's Brandon Belt. Another solid player who's been around for a while. Here's Mr. Freeman. Good looking card. Definitely worth grading someday. Pineda rookie. Just looking at other rookie cards. Trumbo rookie. Some guys that back then were guys that everybody was looking forward to seeing play, but a lot of them did not pan out. I think there might be a couple of other decent ones in here. I think Chris Sale is in here. Andrew Kashner had a couple good seasons here in San Diego. Craig Kimbrell still playing, pretty high up there on the all-time saves list. Teheran, I think, is still playing or still pitching. Jeremy Hellickson, I'm not sure if he's still pitching, but he had some good seasons. There's Chris Sale, still pitching. Alex Cobb, still pitching. And then getting down to the end of it here, don't know that there's anybody else to really mention. D. Gordon. Mike Minor, he's still pitching potential. I think he's still pitching. And last guy is Aaron Crow. So, as you can see, not the greatest checklist in the world, but still a pretty solid set. I'm really excited to have it complete and done and off the books, and I can move on to other things. There's still certainly some other sets in the last 10 years that I only need a few cards. 2017 is one of them. 2017 Blue, I just need the Clayton Kershaw, and then that set will be complete. And that's a great set to have, so I'm hoping to one day find that card. But again, Kershaw is a very popular player. It will be very difficult to find that card, especially in a raw format. So hope everybody enjoyed that. And please have a good Sunday, rest of your Sunday. Hope your football team wins. And I will be back later this week with an update on the Speckle set. Got some cards coming in this week, so I will definitely have an update on that. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you soon. See ya.